Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here for another one of those weekly trophy list update videos. Today's date is Monday, September 19th, 2022. So this will have covered the week of September 12th through the 18th. Is that right? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yep, that's correct. So the 12th through the 18th of September of 2022. This was a mildly productive week overall, and in terms of actual numbers, it was solid, but that's mostly because I boosted up my numbers pretty much in the last couple hours before I recorded this, with a few very quick, easy platinum trophies. But first off, I will go ahead and say that with Destroy All Humans 2, our trophy guide is nearly complete. I think we're going to have it published within the next, day or two, so that's awesome. I'll be glad to have that up because I think it actually came out really well. I think it's even going to have a solid shot at a Guide of the Year type of thing this year. So, the main game I've been working on throughout this past week has been Fallout 76, because we received the Pit update, so I was correct that it got DLC. It was actually a very short trophy list, and it's actually a rather short DLC overall, because there's not really that much new content overall for this one. So, for this first trophy, you have to complete both of the new expeditions. So, basically, you have to complete one other story quest first, which is just doing a few things around the White Springs Refuge that are all really easy to do. You have to complete a few of those, and that allows you to, for the first time, gain access to the pit. And once you have access to the pit, you then have to lead and complete both Union Dues and From Ashes to Fire. As far as I can tell, Union Dues has a lot of different potential options that can go into it each time. Like the game pulls from a set of randomly selected different objectives that you can get every time. So it definitely has at least some replayability, but you only have to finish each of these missions once, which is really nice. Also, by the way, it says lead and complete, which means that if you are playing these in co-op, you have to be the party leader, or else the trophy will not unlock for you. So yes, you have to be the party leader for each of the two, or just play it solo, which is what I did. Neither of these missions are particularly hard to solo. I was able to get through both of them without too much trouble at this point, but I mean, they would certainly be easier if you played them in co-op. But I mean, they're not really all that hard to do solo because there's not that many new types of enemies. There's just the Fanatics, which are basically sort of a higher level new Raider faction. And then there's the Trogs, which can be actually quite dangerous if you let them get real close to you. So be a little bit careful with them. So that trophy's pretty easy. It's these other two that they're not difficult, they just take quite a bit of time. So for this first trophy here, Seeking Refuge, this is not the daily quests that are used to refuel the vertibird to even do the expeditions. These are little random miscellaneous quests within the White Springs Refuge, which is just basically the new name for White Springs in terms of the areas that are not the shopping mall area that has all the vendors. There's going to be, every day, the game will spawn one of several different little short miscellaneous objectives, and you just have to complete them, and that will count as one of the favorites. So you have to do that 10 times, and you're good. The only problem is you can only get one per day, so because of that, it just means that it's going to take 10 days for anyone to get this trophy. Although, I would think that if you played on if you had a second character, I would think that you could make progress toward this by playing as a second character and doing a couple that way. But I'm not sure if that's a confirmed thing that you can do. I assume that it is, but I could be wrong on that. So it's not difficult, it's just going to take a minimum of 10 days. So no one's even going to have this trophy. Unless that other method works, then no one's going to have this trophy until late this coming week. So it's going to take a little bit longer. And for the last trophy, you have to kill 100 Trogs with an auto axe. That's not particularly difficult. The problem is getting the auto axe. The auto axe can only be built from a plan. I don't think it drops from anything or is ever given as a reward. And as far as I know, you can't even trade or sell or drop the plans or the weapon. I could be wrong on that, though. Don't quote me on that one. I need to get that confirmed with other people at some point. But to get the plans, you only have one option currently. You have to reach level 15, so rank 15 in the current season. And that's a bit of a grind because that requires you to complete lots of daily and weekly challenges. It requires something like 16 to 17,000 total score within the season. I'm currently at, I think, like level or rank like 9 or something. So I'm making progress. It's just going to take time with completing the daily challenges. So basically, I'm going to be logging into this game every day for the next week or so, just doing daily challenges and whatever I can do at White Springs in order to just forward the game some more and make progress on both of these trophies. Again, they're not, particularly difficult. They're just quite time-consuming. I will say, as for being in the pit, it's not as easy as some DLCs out there. The enemies are higher level. They're a little bit tougher. But if you have a good group and or a good build, you shouldn't have too many problems. I've also discovered that there's an interesting bug with the Gatling gun that makes it stupidly overpowered, in that as long as you were holding down the fire button, you can jump in and out of the aim button as fast as you want, and a bullet will fire every single time you hit that button. So you can basically even more heavily rapid fire the Gatling gun with lock-on attacks. It is so overpowered. I wish I had known that at some point earlier on in my time playing this game. Or I don't know if maybe it's even a newer bug. It might be like brand new, but I'd be a little bit surprised if it was. But yeah, very useful. That has made beating this a whole lot easier, especially because for some reason whenever I'm using that weapon, enemies constantly drop 5mm ammo for it. So I never run out of ammo, which is awesome. The only thing you have to worry about is if the weapon or any of your other gear decides to break on you. But yeah, so I mean, the DLC's fine. It's just there's not a whole lot of content. Nor is there a lot of consistency with this game when it comes to which DLCs actually get trophies. Because, you had the Sheep Squatch update early on that didn't get trophies. You had the Brewing update that didn't get trophies. You had the Steel Dawn DLC, which is a big one that didn't get trophies, but Steel Rain did get trophies. Wastelanders made sense because it was a major expansion, but then, several other expansions have come out that were generally on the smaller side, but none of them really got any trophies, which I always found to be quite surprising. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's nice that we don't have more trophies to go do in this game, but the game has improved vastly from where it was on day one, so it's worth playing now. It's a lot more fun now. I will also say, though, apparently it's confirmed that they are going to support this game through 2027. So another 5 years of support. They did say they have an end game goal that they're going to eventually do, but it sounds like it's going to be, another few years of content, which means probably a few more years of on and off DLC trophies, which is interesting to think about. So presumably there's going to be more expeditions because, this one's just called Expeditions The Pit. So I assume that there's going to be more expeditions in the future. I'm also going to bet on the Enclave making a return, and perhaps even another faction somehow coming into play. But those are just my assumptions for how the future of this game is going to go. But, we're making progress on it. I don't know if I'll have it done by the end of this coming week or not, because I think I've only finished 4 daily requests, so we'll see. We'll see. Next up, I got the Platinum in Will Die Alone. I did the North American PS4 and PS5 versions. Interestingly, this game only has 3 stacks. It has a North American PS4, a European PS4, and a all-region PS5, so no separate regions for PS5. So this is a very quick and easy Platinum trophy if you follow a guide. It's a pretty decent little game. Basically, what you do is you're going to be presented with a selection of different options on each in-game day, which each in-game day takes a minute. But basically, you're going to be presented with a set of different options in the form of pictures, and you have the ability to erase one of someone's memories based on the clues that they give you. So you just have to pick the correct option each day to forward the game. So you're going to get 5 trophies just by beating the game no matter what you do, so 5 trophies are unmissable. But then you have to get the secret ending, which involves getting all of the answers wrong. So basically, you get all the answers wrong, and you do one more option at the end, and you get the secret ending. Whereas you have to get them all right and finish Alex's story for these 2 trophies. So basically, 2 playthroughs. First playthrough, get everything wrong to get the secret ending. and then on your second playthrough, get everything right to finish Alex's story and actually finish the game. So, simple enough. I don't think it would be that hard to figure out without a guide, honestly, because it seems to be pretty simple overall, but I would definitely recommend looking at a guide if you want to speed things up. And then finally, you have to complete the secondary story, which is like the first day story or first patient story, something like that. And you simply have to complete it. I don't think you have to make any specific choices in this one. I think you just have to beat it. So just beat those 5 days and you'll get the remaining 5 trophies. So yeah, quick, easy platinum trophy. Took me between 8 and 9 minutes on both versions. Both versions are, of course, identical with their trophies. So yeah, just, took me about 8 or 9 minutes, but you could definitely do it faster if you really knew what you were doing and knew exactly which options to press. You could definitely do it faster. I don't know if there be a way to, save and back it up somewhere to maybe make something easier. I don't think there would be, though, because it's pretty much 2 playthroughs of the main game and then 1 playthrough of the side story. But again, nothing to worry about there. Just follow, Bad Driver's Guide or someone, and you'll have both platinums done in 10 minutes apiece. And finally, I got another quick, easy platinum trophy, the North American version of Alien Zix. This game only has a PS4 and this game only has a North American PS4 and a European PS4 version. It does not have a PS5 version or any other stacks. So at least it's not going completely overboard. And I mean, I bought both of these games recently because they were both on really good sales. So I figured why not get a few more so I could boost the numbers up, get a little closer to 650. So for this game, you have to get the majority of your trophies by simply completing the game, completing all 8 chapters. However, the good thing about this game is that there is a cheat code in it. You hold the up directional pad button as well as the circle and options button, and it will enable a few cheat codes. The only one that matters, though, is the one that allows you to skip levels by hitting R1. So it's one of those games like, say, Gab Gab Odyssey or a few others where you basically just mash the R1 button for a few seconds to get through the game and get your first 8 trophies. Now, beyond that, you also have to pick up one of each bonus item. The health bonus, I think I also did this in the video, but the health bonus is the one that looks like a little green cross or a little green... Yeah, I guess like a little green crosshair almost, like a med kit or something. So you have to pick up one of those, and you can do all of these on the very first level. You have to pick up a 1-up, or, well, I guess it's a 1-up. I'm honestly not sure. I think it actually may up your actual health bar size. But it's this symbol that you can see up there. I wish that they made those a little bit bigger so they were a little bit more obvious to tell what they are. And the shield bonus is this one with the big, purple pink dot in the middle. So basically, just beat the game using those cheat codes, pick up all 3 power-ups, and you have your platinum trophy. It can be done in 1 minute. It took me a minute and a half, minute 45, I think, because I might have messed up at one point. But you could do this platinum in under a minute. If you wanted to get this platinum in under a minute, what you would want to do is grab the 3 bonuses first. So grab the 3 bonuses on the first level. It does require a lot of luck though if you really want to speed run this one as to when or if these power-ups choose to spawn. So you would want to pick up all 3 power-ups on the first level within hopefully just a few seconds of one another, and then just mash that R1 button through to the end. So this platinum could be done easily in under a minute if you get a little bit luckier. But if you're not as lucky, it might take a couple of minutes. But either way, it's not a difficult platinum at all. It's quick, easy. Not a good game either, by the way. You just drop bombs and stuff on targets on the ground and it doesn't control well at all. Not a good game, but a quick, easy platinum trophy, and that's all I was going for here because, like I said, I want to get those numbers up so we can go ahead and hopefully finish platinum number 650 this week. So we're going to go ahead and sync up our trophies. So, level 796, 30%, 24,118 total trophies, 647 platinums, 4,098 golds, 6,429 silvers, 12,944 bronzes. So, plans for the upcoming week. The major plan is to continue working on Fallout 76. It's going to take a while to get through the rest of it. Along with that, I want to do, of course, Black Ops 3, get the platinum done, so I'll need to grab 2 more quick platinums this week, which shouldn't be a problem at all. And then we can go ahead and finish off Black Ops 3, which will be awesome to have that one done for platinum. I'm in a group now for zombies, as well as, having another person that said that they'll be willing to help out. So hopefully I can get started on that DLC very soon, because that DLC is going to take quite a while to get through, given that there are 5 different DLCs. Like, I finished about half of the final DLC, the Zombies Chronicles, but the other 4 I have very little experience with or trophy progress in. So hopefully, though, we can knock out those trophies within the next few weeks, which would be just great to have that game done. That would be a really nice accomplishment to have finished. Also, I did hear, I may have mentioned this last time, so I apologize if I'm repeating myself here, but apparently LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is confirmed to be getting more DLC in the future, but I don't know if that DLC is going to be level packs, which I hope it will be, or if it's going to be more characters, because they're about to start up that Andor series, which actually looks like it's probably going to be pretty good, because I love Rogue One. It's one of my favorite Star Wars movies. So I don't know if it's going to be more character packs or if it's going to be actual level packs. Hopefully we do get some actual level packs, because that game was a lot of fun. And it was great for streaming too. Those streams did really, really well. So I certainly would not mind getting to go back to that game. But otherwise, for the rest of September, it's Black Ops 3 and Fallout 76 are the only 2 major focuses. And then Uncharted 3 if I have time for it. October, GTA 5 and The Division, so there it is for your bingo card and or drinking game, whatever you are choosing to do with it. You guys know my thoughts on that. I don't really need to mention it again. Then in November, The Division 2 and Dead Island Riptide. At least Dead Island Riptide I'm going to do. That one, like I've said before, I'm going to get that one done before the end of the year, because, Dead Island 2 is actually finally going to come out in early 2023, and I'd like to go ahead and get Riptide done. December, Conan Exiles Outer Worlds, if I'm done with all the other old cleanup. And starting in 2023, we can go back to, COD Classic and Shadow of the Colossus and other games. And, of course, we got that Platinum 666 coming up, and I will have to get started on that at some point soon. Now, also for this week, we're going to be doing something a little unique for our streams this weekend. Friday. And actually, I probably will be able to stream Saturday, because the football game is at noon and it's away. So I might actually be able to stream Saturday as well. Hopefully, I will be able to. So the plan is on Friday and hopefully Saturday as well to be streaming a little special game that I have never actually played, despite it being rated as one of the greatest games of all time. It originally, I believe, released on the PS2, and then it got its remake or remaster. Actually, I've got the case right over here. Let me see. It's actually a brand new copy, apparently, which I didn't even realize I was getting a brand new copy. I thought I was getting a used copy from Amazon, but hey, certainly no problems there. So, yeah, it's going to be a game that is turning 21 on Saturday, I believe. Saturday, I believe, is the game's 21st anniversary. So I figure we might as well celebrate it with a drinking game of me blindly playing through it and probably doing a really, really bad job of playing it, because it's not the easiest game in the world, and it's going to be played on an alternate account because it has a very difficult platinum trophy. And I would need to see if I could even, have a shot at getting that platinum before I ever play it on my main account. So you guys can feel free to guess what it is in the comments, but I am looking forward to that. So that's going to be a fun game to stream this coming weekend, something very different, a blind playthrough of an old classic game. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Please like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell if you haven't already. Otherwise, for this week, videos and stuff should be pretty normal. Just that's going to be what our stream is. It's not going to be trophy related. It's just going to be, a really fun stream of an old classic game celebrating its 21st anniversary. Otherwise, just going to be playing a lot of Fallout 76, hopefully playing some Black Ops 3. And that's going to be really it for that. I will say, though, that there will not be any streams on the first weekend in October, because that is the weekend right before my birthday. I will stream the week after probably several times, so we can have like a birthday week series of streams. But that weekend I won't be streaming because I'll be busy. My parents will be here. We'll be, doing fun stuff, and there's a big football game that weekend. So that's the plans for then. But October 7th, I will also, this is my last thing I want to say for this video, Be looking forward to October 7th because I have big plans for that day in terms of gaming and streaming, and especially trophies with a possible shot at world record capability. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you later this week for some more content.